When you think about creativity, it's not just about artistic endeavour, it's also about being creative and thinking about solutions to problems that haven't been thought of before. So topics where we need insight are those where there's a problem that we haven't been able to solve using the old ideas and we need a new idea, but where does that come from? And the challenge is that insight usually comes from making fresh connections between old ideas. Like you suddenly see, oh, that could connect with that, and then suddenly there's an iPad that didn't exist before. So what we're looking for all the time when we're trying to have fresh thoughts and be creative in our thinking is ways to make fresh connections. But it's hard to do that if you're articulating the problem or the challenge that you're wrestling with in the same old way. So there are a few little things you can have in your pocket that science suggests makes a big difference to your ability to see new connections. So one, which I find really odd but interesting, is simply to ask yourself a question rather than say, I've got to solve this problem. So saying, if I knew what the answer was, what would it be, for example? Strangely powerful, it turns out, in just unlocking a different way of thinking about the topic. Or going further into articulating the issue differently, it turns out that if you don't normally write in prose with a pen, I'm about to mime writing with a pen, actually writing out your problem longhand can help you reach insight. Or if you don't normally map your problem out in a physical way, using sticky notes on a big wall and mapping out your problem, physically can help you see insight. Another technique is called rubber ducking, where you explain your problem to someone who knows nothing about it, which means you have to use probably analogies and non-technical language. And it's fantastic because then you are forced to think slightly differently. So the trick is to be deliberate in shaking things up in how you're articulating the issue. That gives you a far better chance of seeing a shaken up way of thinking about the answer.